Okay, get ready for this one. So, on March 11th, 2026, federal agents with Homeland Security were trying to conduct a deportation operation. This operation was conducted in Burlington, Vermont, and this operation caused quite a stir, and it's still a huge story in Vermont, despite happening almost a month ago. And I know this is quite the build-up and quite the intro, but you need this so you understand what you're about to watch because it gets very intense. So, according to Homeland Security, they ended up in a high-speed chase, there was an accident, and the individual they were trying to target ended up running into a house. Homeland Security had to wait 9 hours for a judicial warrant, and more protesters started to show up. So, Homeland Security requested assistance. The state police showed up and the local police showed up, and they were trying to calm everyone down. In fact, the state police, they were accused of being complicit in this operation and being overly aggressive. However, we now have the raw footage from the Burlington Police Department, and we're going to be able to see what exactly happened on the ground, and you guys can now have your own opinion on the situation. We're going to see this all from the vantage point of a police officer or officers with the Burlington Police Department, and you're going to see and hear a lot. So it turns out there's about 60 hours of raw footage, and keep in mind, again, Homeland Security, they were waiting for a judicial warrant for 9 hours. So there's a ton of footage on the ground you can look up right now, but I do have to give a shout out to Kim Katie USA. If you guys want to go give her a follow on X, she did the groundwork for us, and she is a friend of the channel. She was able to take the 60 hours of footage and condense it to a 17-minute video of all of the highlights. Okay, so that was the longest YouTube intro I have ever done, but I hope it was worth it. Also, make sure to please like this video, it helps out a ton, and also make sure to please subscribe to my channel, because we are still covering this story like we did on day one, and we are still seeing developments surrounding this story. So here we go, here's the raw footage.
Okay, can you give me a breakdown of what happened?
Sure, so I was heading this direction, and I saw a dark sedan pull out of the air. Wrong way direction. I stopped, laid on my horn, he hit me head on, and then...
So they drove like right over the grass?
Right over the grass. Then there was 2 police officers here that said they were from ICE, that it was a bad guy, and that they were after him, and they took off after him.
Okay, so this is very crucial because ICE had to actually redact and change their statements. So this part of the story is absolutely true. That ICE, this was a targeted operation and they did end up in some sort of vehicular crash like you can see right here. However, they ended up targeting the wrong people and the wrong vehicle. Now, despite this, Homeland Security, they thought this was the right guy. That guy, they thought, ran into the house, and this is why Homeland Security had to wait for the judicial warrant. Again, keep in mind, Homeland Security did have the proper target. They knew who the person was, verified he does have some a criminal history. However, in this scenario, this is the wrong person. They ended up going after the wrong person.
I just stood here until the South Burlington people came out of the...
Okay, which vehicle hit you?
It was a...
Is it still here or is it...
No. So it took off down Dorset Street, and the ICE agents went off after them.
That's got me out of my office.
Yeah. So did you guys hear it from...
Here, I fucking saw it.
Okay.
Getting on duty, and I pulled in as the guy was getting pulled over.
Okay.
And I saw him take that blue Honda. I saw him take off around here.
So it was a Honda, like a
Honda
Civic
Accord.
thing? Or...
Yeah, Civic or Accord, probably Civic. And so I stood out there and by my truck and just like, oh, this will be interesting. And then saw that somehow, dude, I don't know how he got away, but you can see his tracks.
Yeah.
Walking out in traffic.
And so he came the wrong way.
Yeah, came the wrong way down and then...
Okay.
Felony LSAs.
Okay, well, yeah, what happened here?
So we were working a target address further up. I went to stop him. He pulled in here, assuming that he didn't want to stop on Dorset. And when we tried to block him, he took off around here. We had another unit come down here to cut him off.
Okay.
He hit a car parked, hit the front of his car. My car ran into his. And then that guy left us over there, came through here, hit her, and then took off back to Dorset Street, dumped it at the dermatology office, and then ran back into his residence. So we got a surrender right now. We're going to get a search warrant for that.
Okay, so keep in mind, this story is consistent with Homeland Security, but I do want to make a clarifying point. Again, at the time, they thought they were going after the right person because this was a targeted enforcement operation. I'm not going to go through all of the criminal history of the individual, but he does have a criminal history. We already did that. That has been verified. However, we later find out, and so does Homeland Security, they went after the wrong person. This was not the right guy, and also this was not the right residence as well. So Homeland Security ended up getting this wrong, even though they thought they had the right target. So just keep that in mind.
Okay. So his vehicle's at the dermatology.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, it's a blue Toyota Camry. I got the 28 on it if you need it. You're gonna need it, but
Yeah.
our two cars are in pretty rough shape. I'm assuming that's probably the
Yeah, we're gonna tow
$3,000
that.
of the damage. Plus he left, and the gross neg out through here probably.
What's the male's name?
I got it. It's right here.
Assuming that's him.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter at this point, but.
Because I politely asked them multiple times, and the one guy was just like, "You're a fire alarm at this point. I'm ignoring you."
They only have to show the warrant to the people in the house that they're going into. It's the only people they have to actually show it to. Okay. So they don't have to.
Okay, so I do want to show you guys the scene. I'm not going to keep stopping this, but again, I have to build this up. I mean, we're talking about a tent has been set up, food was being made for some of these individuals. A lot of people were showing up. I don't know the exact time frame from when we just saw that crash to here, but we do know that very, very soon after hearing that Homeland Security, ICE was in the area, many people were starting to show up.
Show it to us, they don't have to show it to you.
Yeah.
Pardon?
Do they have a warrant yet?
I don't know. They don't have to tell me one way or the other.
You don't?
So I don't know.
Wouldn't they have to tell you if
I also need to point out this house has currently been surrounded by a human chain as well.
they don't have a warrant? Because
Which is where we start to get into the accusations that the state police were being overly aggressive, because eventually somebody has to move people out of the way, because Homeland Security at this time thinks their intended target has ran away into the house. And again, they are waiting for the judicial warrant.
means that they no longer have authorization to be here, right?
No, that's not correct. If they have probable cause to believe that a crime has been committed and the person that committed that crime is within the building, they can secure the perimeter of the building until they get that warrant. The only reason they would have to leave is if they got denied the warrant.
That's what I'm saying. is,
Yeah. So if it's still in process, they can still be here.
But if it's denied, would they have to tell you?
They wouldn't necessarily have to tell me because they don't answer to me, but they would have to leave.
So how would we find out? Would go to ask federal court?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to make sure there's no bad blood between us. I wasn't trying to take sides on this. And I'm sorry if it sounded that way.
The way that sounds.
I wanted to come apologize to you,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
for coming off that
Thank
way.
you.
I was just trying to say what my perspective is on trying to weigh the risk.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well-
so I apologize if it came out the wrong way.
Well-
so I apologize if it came out the wrong way or if it's taken the wrong way.
I understand. I appreciate that. Thank you.
And I certainly don't want there to be any bad blood between us.
but we will be here. We won't leave this spot because we have two vehicles with airbags deployed.
No, I get
apparently.
that. I get that. I was there at the scene this
That's
morning.
assault on a federal officer.
Yep, I get you.
Someone's going to jail today.
Yep.
And hopefully nobody else. But if anyone else gets in
All
the way
right.
when we get that warrant in hand, so
All
be
right.
it. So I don't
Okay.
want it to get ugly. We
No.
don't want it to get ugly. We
No.
need to get who we need who caused this.
All right. I'm
Seems
Sean, by
fair.
the way.
Brian.
Sean.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And once again, I just wanted to make sure that, because I was like,
I get it now.
that shit went bad. I need to revisit that conversation.
All right.
And keep in mind, this is an ICE agent. I do think it's pretty notable. He did mention that, hey, more people might get arrested. It might get chaotic. We don't want it to get chaotic, but it might. And spoiler alert, it does get chaotic.
So,
I appreciate it.
thank you. Hey, you doing all right?
Yeah, I'm good. I just had to
All right.
take a leak. Real
I
quick,
know.
Man. I was about to piss myself.
I know. It's a rough fucking day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're going through this.
It happens.
And I'm sorry that one of your agents got hurt this morning. That's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of why we're holding.
No,
fast.
I understand. I'm just trying to walk the middle line and keep the peace,
I
man.
know you are.
That's
I know.
all I'm
I know.
trying to do, and I've had
I don't know what they've done to
protesters-
my car now that I left for a minute. I know they've done that.
I didn't see anybody do anything. I know they opened a gas cap a couple of times and penciling the dust on the back, but
car wash.
yeah, I had one of your bosses accused me of siding with the protesters, and the protesters accused me of siding with you guys, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm just trying to walk the middle, man.
I mean, you're hearing it right from the cop. You can feel the stress. He's like, I'm just trying to do the right thing. This really reminds me of Portland, honestly, where the police officers get a ton of flack, but we do know, and we have heard reports, and we've even heard it from the police unions out there. They're not happy with the situation, but there's nothing they can do. They are very limited in their power as far as cooperation with federal agents. And so, yeah, we're hearing this in real time.
I know it's a damn if you do, damn situation.
Jurisdiction. Look at all the shit they're causing right now.
Don't burn across somewhere.
They, like I explained to you the legal parameters
Yeah, I know,
before.
man. But like, at what point? Like, there has to be a point where like the state or like the local community has to trump it. You know what I mean?
Eight's not a word, by the way.
It almost seems like the law is broken in that sense, because you guys know what's best right now. They don't.
But the law doesn't allow for that. They're here until the determination on that warrant.
Yeah. Looks like they're gearing up to go through the back right now.
Yes, ma'am.
With regard to face coverings, officers of the law in the state of Vermont.
I would never allow one of my officers to do that in a million years. They can.
Yeah, they can.
They can.
And other states have passed other regulations on that. Is there anything before the state of Vermont in that regard?
I think it's been discussed, along with provisions, exceptions, like in really cold weather, if you're out there directing traffic, you can put one on, that kind of thing. But it's nothing has been done yet.
If you're from Florida.
But as far as the South Burlington Police Department and an operation like this, not in a million years. You're welcome.
Just to let you know, the judge is reviewing the warrant now. We should have it in hand in a minute.
Okay.
We have SRT down the road.
Okay.
And once that happens, it should...
SRT is Special Response Team.
Okay.
All right. Any more details on what your plan is for going in?
It's going to be the SRT guys' decision, but they're probably going to do the traditional.
All right.
Okay, so that was bleeped out. Very notable. If I had to guess, it could be because this police department did not want to expose a specific tactic that was being implemented here. And so, yeah, I'm assuming that's why.
We don't want it.
Also known as OPSEC, Operational Security.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we will stand by and just make sure everybody stays safe.
Yeah. Are you guys no warrants for the hit and runs, the 4 hit and runs, or no?
I have no idea where that investigation was because I came immediately here. Okay. So that's being investigated, but
all right, very good.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Lisa. I'm the principal.
Oh, yeah, we know each other. You don't have to introduce yourself. I mean, the sunglasses don't disguise you that much.
Oh, hey. I just want to make sure you remember.
Now, I have no idea why this part was muted.
Let us in.
Okay.
To talk about taking. All right.
All right. Have at it.
If we open the door,
And we're going to try to rush in.
Can we trust them?
Yeah, they're not going to rush in
They're
because they can't.
Yeah.
No. That's not
You
gonna
got our
happen.
backs.
We're here.
Leave with the child. Thanks for helping us with the. Okay.
What's going on? The warrant is in front of the judge right now. They expect to have it in hand any time. Their team is right down the street.
I mean, this officer is whispering. I mean, this guy, you got to give him credit. He is trying to be as fair as possible, and I feel stressed watching this. You really do get a sense of this officer just trying to keep the peace, because I think he knows what's probably going to happen here very soon. For anyone who's ever seen any of these clips, there is a very high likely chance or probable chance that it's probably going to end up in a clash, unfortunately, and I do sense this officer knows what's coming here pretty soon.
Is Alyssa going to get the kid out?
I mean, keep in mind, there are protesters who literally wrap themselves around the building.
I hope so. So.
Medic! Get a medic! Someone help! Go help! Someone help!
I'm trying to help! Fucker! Alright, what happened? What happened? Let me in so I can help. What happened? What happened? Okay. Alright. Alright. Where did you get hurt? Alright. Is it your throat? Can you breathe? What happened? Did you see what happened? Okay. All right. Yes, please.
Slowly in. I'm gonna undo your jacket. Okay?
It should also be noted, when you do review a lot of this footage, the state police were pushing back pretty hard as well. So keep that in mind. The state police, more so than the Burlington Police Department, they were really being accused of being overly aggressive against protesters. So do keep that in mind.
All right, we've got EMS on the way to help you. Is it your throat? Okay. Okay. All right.
May I touch your throat?
Okay. Wait, let's get some space.
Here, I'm gonna pull your shirt down for you, okay?
That's mine.
You got water?
She doesn't need water. She needs EMS.
I have my knitting. In case anyone's wondering.
You have the important part. It's good.
I didn't write my name or my number on it, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna lose it. I think
We stay behind the police.
Look at you looking all official and shit.
I want to make sure I recognize this firefighter.
Can you just kick me in the fucking knee so I can go to the hospital for a week or so?
I'm just trying to go home, just like you.
Yeah, I mean, you can really get a sense of, holy cow, this is actually happening. The whole laughing and joking around, I do get a sense of they're doing this because they never expected probably for this to happen and for it to get this insane within their perspective. So you guys can let me know how you feel about this. Again, quite a unique perspective, and to me, this officer really seems to be right down the middle, just trying to be fair to everyone.
Christ.
But of course, there are laws to follow.
Folks, can you please let EMS in? Just clear a path for the stretcher. Okay, there you go.
I just want to go home.
I know, but legally we're bound to check you out.
We can evaluate you,
Just-
or refuse. So.
For your own good, please just let them have a look. It's
Alright. So we're just going to wheel you back to our ambulance real quick, okay? What's that?
Can I walk?
Do you want to walk?
You want to walk? Yeah.
all right. Thank you. When the ambulance is ready to leave, can you let them leave, please? Thank you. And then, just to let you know, if you're still here when ICE is trying to move their vehicles, they'll tow this with you in it. Just so you know.
Okay, another very unique perspective. It appears as if this person is like blocking off the road. That's what it looks like, considering when you look at the ambulance, he's straight and this guy is sideways. Again, that's what it appears as if.
It has nothing to do with me. I'm just trying to give you fair warning of what would come. Okay? Thank you.
This guy needs an award. I mean, he's trying to be an ambassador for everyone. Wow. And here we go. This is what I mean where the state troopers, they really start to step up and protesters get visibly upset and we start to get into physical altercations.
Whoa.
Back up.
Hey, Burlington PD, good luck for you, you cuck bitch.
And we are allowed to stand here and separate you from them. That's all we're doing.
All of the goodwill
You are
your department is
protecting
built.
your brothers in arms. Your blue brothers. You are protecting them.
Nobody's doing any
I saw
violence.
what happened.
Nobody.
And so did everyone with their phones. Good luck explaining this to the city council this
You
week.
are our neighbors.
I was just on the
You
phone
are
with
neighbors.
Barry. He said, I can assure
You
you.
are collaborating.
The police will never do that
They
to
will
you.
write the fucking history books. They'll put your face. They will
will put your fucking face.
Mind you, just like a few minutes ago or maybe even an hour, this same person was trying to help someone not get towed by federal agents. Again, this seems like a near impossible task for these police officers to try and keep the peace.
Officer Briscoe! Officer Briscoe!
Stand back.
Don't touch me! Don't touch me! Don't touch me! I'm not touching you! Don't fucking touch me!
I'm not touching you either.
That's right. Ice! You're letting ice!
You're a fucking Nazi! They will remember your name. Officer Briscoe! You'll be dragged to the Hague! South Burlington Police, you will remember! We will remember you!
Show me your number.
It's 632, Deputy Chief Briscoe.
Right.
I was literally
You know what we did during World War II? You know during World War II, our veterans fought fascists.
None of us are ever forgiving you.
They fought fascists. You guys are collaborating with a bunch of fucking fascists.
You don't fucking listen.
Oh my God! I can show them
Collaborating with
compassion.
fascists.
I can show them compassion.
Fucking hearing.
Stand back.
Whole fucking hearing.
Get back.
Oh my God! Stop! You stop! We are showing.
Get back.
Look, you're on my fucking issue right
Get
now.
back.
You get the fuck off me.
Stop! We're touching
Get
them
back.
with care and compassion.
Going to hell for this.
Not all of you are.
We will remember your
No,
name.
no, all of us.
Teacher at South Burlington, I know you are in an impossible situation. I know that you are in an impossible situation. So just know, I'm mad, but I know you're in an impossible situation.
thank you for
and I know that
recognizing
you
that.
are a good person.
Thank you. What school do you teach
I'm
at?
at Central School.
Okay. So I've been in there to talk to a lot of you in the past.
And I met you at the funeral for the man in Shelburne.
Chief
Sorry.
Thomas.
Yes.
Chief, you got it.
Okay, so this part right here is where it gets very intense. It's not quite clear who was all really involved here. Federal agents did deploy the flashbangs and some tear gas, and I do think some state troopers were also involved. Don't directly quote me on that, but again, this gets very intense.
Jesus Christ.
And these are federal agents trying to leave the area. We can see that right here. And they are wearing tactical gear, so we can assume this is SRT, Special Response Team.
Pepper spray deployed. South Burlington, retreat.
There you go.
Help them! Help them! What the fuck are you doing? Help them! Help them! Help them!
Maybe I could think if you'd stop screaming at me.
Bad day for you, Briscoe.
Okay, so things can get very tricky here legally. If some of you are saying, why is the police not showing up? I don't know exactly what the protocols are for this local police department, but like we do know over in Portland, the Portland police absolutely have to get out of the area if tear gas is deployed by federal agents. Now, we did hear this man say, back up, tear gas has been, or a pepper spray has been deployed. I don't know exactly what the protocol is, whether or not they can use pepper spray. If federal agents are using it, do they have to leave? I don't know. I'm simply just trying to say we do know there was some sort of call to push back.
They deployed flashbangs, tear gas canisters, and arrested a couple of people trying to get this white vehicle out.
Fuck you, state police! Fuck you guys!
Okay, so in the background, someone is yelling, "F you, state police." So this is pretty much where it ends. Okay, and that's where it ends. So you guys can let me know how you feel about this. I mean, quite the roller coaster of events for this police officer. But yeah, interesting stuff because we see from the perspective of he's trying to do the right thing, follow his own local ordinance. In 1 minute, he's trying to help protesters. In another minute, he's getting yelled at by protesters. He's trying to work with Homeland Security. And here we are. This is the raw footage. And now you guys can get an idea of how you feel about this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to please like, make sure to please subscribe because we are still covering the story. Vermont has not forgotten about this story, and obviously it has, now it's back in the news because all of this raw footage has dropped. Lawmakers are not happy. Vast majority of the lawmakers in Vermont are absolutely not happy, and we did predict on my channel that we do think more laws will be put into place, sanctuary-leaning laws because of what happened here, to have more black and white guidelines as far as whether or not the state can be helping out here or whether or not the police can be helping. So we are keeping track of this story. It is still massive in Vermont as far as how upset people are. But yeah, I'm trying to do the best I can to report this as fair as possible. To my knowledge, this individual has still not been arrested. He is still on the run. The illegal immigrant that Homeland Security was trying to target. Again, this was a targeted operation. So thank you guys again so much for everything. God bless all of you, and please seek Christ. We need that right now.